Hello friends. So I asked some lovely people that I play Dungeons and Dragons with what console I should do a daft wee video on next. And they chose this guy, but you might notice the Sega logo there just proudly displayed, but this is no normal Sega console. Nor is it even a normal console before we add monstrosities to it. This is of course the Sega Mega CD, and utilising the Sega Mega CD is a Japanese Mega Drive too. So that's probably a lot of information to deal with off the bat. I'm going to just adjust the camera here. Apologies for the glare, it is a lovely day outside. It's almost as if Mother Nature's having a ball because we're not out there, but hey ho. This is the Mega CD2. It is a console attachment add-on peripheral thingy-majiggy, of which was brought out for the Mega Drive in order to extend its life. Now, why would you want to extend its life? Well, sort of just to keep ahead of the competition, to be honest. Basically, as the story goes, Sega were doing pretty well with their Mega Drive. They were fearful of other competition coming out, such as, you got Philips bringing out consoles that were CD based. You got Panasonic making their 3DO. There was rumours flying around that Nintendo was working with Sony on a console, which obviously history speaks for itself there. It was a time of rapid response to trying to beat the competition for Sega, and this is what it led to. It led to various add-ons for the Mega Drive, which basically make it look like it's on life support, which is a common phrase that's used across the internet. I'm not being witty. It was literal life support for this console, otherwise it would have sort of died out quite quickly. Anyway, so what the hell is it? Well, it's a CD drive for your Mega Drive. It plays CD games such as this. I actually have a big bundle on the floor. I'll show you them in a bit. Anyway, yes, it plays games via CD. It also acts as a CD player for music CDs, which was quite the novelty back in the day because CD players were just becoming a big thing, replacing sort of tapes and records. And if you bought one of these, you were essentially buying both a CD player and a new games console. It's not really new, as you're going to see. It is interesting though, and it's a cool bit of kit in my opinion. So anyway, how the hell does this bloody thing work? I'm going to remove this because this is a discussion for in a bit. I'll keep the controller in just now because this should be easy enough. Basically, any Mega Drive will actually fit this apart from the American Sega Genesis 3, which was a very small console. That won't fit this. Mega Drive 1, Mega Drive 2 will both fit this CD attachment console thingy-majig. And it is done by removing the flap on the side of your Mega Drive, which exposes the expansion bay sort of edge connector, which then can correspond to its lovely pal, the Sega Mega CD. Now, once you've did this, and it's probably good I'm demonstrating this in a video, it's an absolute pain in the backside to get back on, because it's supposed to sort of run on these sort of runner things, but I don't think I have there's like metal runners for the bottom of it, but it doesn't quite line up properly if you've not Anyway, while I've got it off, I might as well show you this. So this is a Japanese Mega Drive 2, and the reason I find this to be a fascinating version of the Mega Drive is because am I going to be able to get this on? Am I going to have the jump cut? I'm going to have the jump cut. What a pain in the backside. Anyway, back in a second. Okay, that literally was a second. If you're trying to plug this thing in, make sure you're standing above it and sort of putting some pressure on it to get it in. Not too much pressure, but that's what she said. Anyway, the reason I find this version of the Mega Drive intriguing is because it is commonly found on eBay and other such website delights as a clone. So this design, these buttons, the blue button, this kind of flip switch for the power, the purple sort of flaps, purple flaps, the purple slot for the cartridge. There, that sounds more appropriate. Yeah, all of those are, and this Mega Drive 2 logo as well, all of these are features found on clone Mega Drives, of which are a lot more cheaply made. They aren't actual real Mega Drives, they are what you would refer to as a system on a chip. So basically you've just got one circuit board in there, and basically it all runs from the one chip. It also doesn't have the expansion port for the Mega CD, because obviously that's something that's on the legitimate consoles, which is also my evidence that this isn't a fake, because it's actually, someone's actually said to me before that this is a fake console, and that this design of Mega Drive doesn't exist, which is completely wrong, because this is a legitimate Mega Drive 2 from Japan. This is what they looked like. And yeah, that person was a bit silly. Anyway, Mega CD. Let's start. Let's start messing about with this thing. So, this cartridge I removed earlier. This is a CD++. I don't know why it's called that. Rather cheaply made cartridge. It's not the lowest quality I've ever came across, but you know, it's not, you know, you can tell it's not quite legit, although it's nicely printed. I don't know, I'm not going to give this thing too much slack, because it allows me to do something quite important. So, actually, I'm going to reposition the camera. I'm not going to jump cut, I'm just going to lift you guys. Way, there we go. And there we go. Didn't even have to jump cut. I'm going to have to get up though and flick the switch. There's what happens if I try and use a Japanese Mega Drive 2 with a European version of the Mega CD 2. It comes up that lovely message, of which, if you can read it, it says, "This is a PAL CCAM compatible Mega CD and will not operate in NTSC regions." So basically Japan and America wouldn't be able to use the European version of the Mega CD, which is annoying, because region protection is one of the most annoying things about retro gaming. Luckily it faded out around about after the PS3, I think. I think the Xbox 360 still had some issues with region protection, which is a huge pain in the ass. But yeah, this is basically the purpose of this cartridge. This cartridge will bypass the region protection. I actually have the box for that cartridge. I'm going to show you it just now. It's a rather elaborate box. It's got shiny writing on it and everything. And as you can see, it's advertising itself as allows full software and hardware combinations for the European, US and Japanese Mega CD systems. So it's kind of got a legitimate, you know, reason to exist, this thing. It is manipulating the hardware, just like that Action Replay that we looked at, and just like the floppy disk drive for the SNES we looked at. But it's not advertising itself as a piracy device, because it doesn't need to, because the Mega CD doesn't actually have any copy protection, I don't believe. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure if you burn a CD and you put it into the Mega CD, there is no copy protection to stop it from playing. I think it just has to be the right region, which is bloody hilarious. Anyway, yes. I'm going to jump cut this time, because I want to, you know, get things prepared. So give me a little second, please. Thank you. Okay, so let's start using this big bad boy. So we've got the CD++ cartridge that goes on the top, so that this combination of hardware doesn't give us any jip about it not being from the right region. We have a CD in the drive, which I've picked out just for the moment, the Sega Classics Arcade Collection, which you're going to see what's on that disc, and you're going to see why people might have been a little bit disappointed by what was on offer for the Sega CD. The Mega CD. It's called the Sega CD, by the way, over in America, just in case you're wondering. And that's us good to go. Grab my controller before I sit down. This is the Japanese Mega Drive 2 6-button controller. It kind of looks like the normal one, although it's a bit smaller and it has a blue button. All is well. Right, I'm going to not jump cut. I'm going to move the camera again. Shiggly, here we go. There. Now I've tried to adjust the exposure and the shutter speed today. I don't know how well that's going to go for us, because the lighting in here is quite weird. And you can see me in the screen. Hello, my name is Phil, and I mess about with old weird shit. Anyway, let's go. I forgot to flip the switch. The trials and tribulations of not being able to turn your console on with the controller. You'll notice it comes up CD++ at first. That's just it manipulating the console. And there we go. So, this is the Mega CD. You might notice that the music kind of sounds like someone trying to sell like over 50s cover or something like that. Kind of sounds like, you can just imagine like a horse galloping in the fields. It's like, it's just very profound. It just sounds so weird. She's like, start your free trial today. That kind of, you know the kind of advert I'm talking about. It's a bit loud, I think, so I'm going to turn it down a bit. There we go. Don't actually have a remote for this TV, which is a bit weird. I wish I would stop hitting the tripod with my arm. That would be nice. Yeah, so this is the Mega CD. Very profound sounding intro music, and it does sound like sounds like it has an air of self-importance about it. Yeah, I mean, intro screens on consoles were a bit of a novelty anyway, to be honest. Like usually you just put a cartridge in and the game would start up with the SNES or the Sega Mega Drive or any of those consoles, the Atari. Yeah, so this was all part of the new fancy shenanigans of the technology. Let's press start and see what happens. No disc. It's not playing my game. What a pain in the backside. I don't know why it's not playing my game. Don't know if I've got a duff disc in there or something. This is the problem. This console's getting older, so I don't know if it's maybe starting to not work, which would be a mighty shame. Let's just have a look. I mean, it's a bit beat up, this disc, because I got it out of a charity shop or something for like a $5. I actually think I picked this up at a game convention for a $5. Oh, seems to be picking up something. Although it thinks it's a music CD, I think. If I go to CD-ROM... There we go. Yeah, temperamental console. It's just the sort of way of things with retro gaming. Yeah, you might notice these intros are very elaborate for an old console, as I said. All rise for His Majesty the King, Alex the Kid. That's honestly, that music just sounds like cheesy sort of royalty music from I don't know, give me an example of a film. What am I thinking of here? Like that one with Anne Hathaway in it. Princess Bride? No, it wasn't Princess Bride. Princess Diaries, that's what it was. Anyway, I'm talking a load of gubbins. Let's play a game. Let's quickly play a game because I want to play some other games. Let's just put Streets of Rage on because Streets of Rage is amazing. I'll just show you the differences between this version of Streets of Rage, because this is basically Mega Games 2? It's actually Mega Games 1 and 2 sort of combined together into a collection, and I've just noticed that this game appears to have frozen. Not having a great time today with the Mega CD. It's giving me all sorts of jip. And I'm not going to edit this out or jump cut it because I think this is important to, highlight the problems that this console can have. Let's try and reset it and see what happens. I've got like an arm on the tripod to allow me to move it and I keep hitting it with my legs, so apologies for that. Right, let's see. I'm going to do proper videos again on these kind of consoles. The game eventually starts up itself, by the way, if you don't hit start. That's what's happening there. Yeah, I'm going to eventually make like proper, like the Through the Decades videos I used to make, proper edited stuff, but I thought these videos were just fun for during the lockdown, so yeah. Professionalism isn't really a prominent thing here. Right, let's try and play Streets of Rage again this time, see if it works. I do have 2 copies of this actually. I'm going to maybe grab the other copy because it could be that my copy, or the copy of which I've grabbed for this video, is maybe a bit duff. Let's have a look. Oh, there it goes! It's just taking its time to load apparently. I do have another copy on standby just in case we need it. So you should be able to hear the music there, and you also notice that the writing is in Japanese because even though the Mega CD is the European version, it bases everything, and it uses basically most of the hardware of the Mega Drive. It's not really there's not much hardware going on inside the Mega CD. It's more or less just a way to play the discs through the Mega Drive, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's in Japanese because it's a Japanese Mega Drive. There is some differences here though. Even though the intro music is also the 16-bit music you'd be used to, there are some differences. So let's get to it. Let's just see if we can speed this up. Streets of Rage. Weirdly, I believe that Streets of Rage is called something else in Japan. It's called Bare Knuckle. Yeah. So even though it's displaying the language in Japanese, it's not changed that intro screen. If I was to stick a copy of Streets of Rage into a normal Japanese Mega Drive, it would change that intro screen to Bare Knuckle. So, yeah, that's interesting. Don't know why it's doing that. One player. And of course we're going Blaze because she is amazing. She is feminist icon. Love her. Let's see if I can just show you some of the differences here. They are all audio based, so I hope you can sort of hear the audio even though I turned it down. I don't know if you could hear that there. But basically, what I'm trying to demonstrate is that not all the sound effects, but some of the sound effects are actual recordings of people. Basically, they're CD recordings. Instead of being oh. I'm just trying not to talk over things so you can like hear what I'm talking about. We'll just hit the A button for the power up and see what that does. Yeah, it's weird. Some of the sound effects are the original sound effects, and then like things like the. Actually, I'm going to deliberately die here and see what noise Blaze makes when she gets like killed. Seems to be taking a while though. Come on. You know, knock some sense into me. Come on. I want to hear Blaze make noises. Come on. It's maybe not the best game to have demonstrated the differences. Yeah, see, it's really weird. It's really selective about what's different. So basically, that's just the Mega Drive game. There's no real difference there, other than the sound effects that some of the enemies make when they're being, put in their arse, which is really weird. I'm actually gonna really quickly try. Oh, I didn't think it would send me back to that screen with the reset button, but hey ho. Yeah. Let's just see if we can get back to Golden Axe, because I think Golden Axe has some more differences on it, actually. We'll see, I suppose. It's just all fun and games. We're just doing it for a laugh, not doing it for the money. Although even when I'm doing it for the money, I make an arse of myself, to be fair, so... yeah. Sega. Right, let's try Golden Axe. See if anything's different on Golden Axe. And then I'll switch game. That music sounds like the normal music. And of course with Golden Axe we always go Gillius Thunderhead, because if you don't then something's wrong. I think that music's slightly different. It sounds the same, but time will tell. I don't know why I just pressed A. I don't know if anyone else does this in these old games where the first button on the controller is basically a power up. Yeah. Yeah, you see, they've done that thing again with they've put different sound effects for them dying. Which I find really weird, because I didn't think the sound effects were that bad to begin with. Maybe some people did. I don't know. It's so weird. Anyway, let's switch game, because I want to show off some of the things this console can actually do. I want to show off some of the games as well, to be fair. Let's flip the switch. Let's grab this big bundle of games I've got. and show you what's in my collection. So, what we got? You just saw that we had on this, which is the Sega Classics Arcade Collection, which is basically just Mega Games 1 and 2, a bunch of games that were really well known for the Mega Drive. Next we have this is a cult classic. This is a good one. Night Trap. So Night Trap was, oh look, it's me in the camera. Hello. Oh, it's me in the reflection on the screen. So Night Trap was actually the subject of legal disputes between Sega, the video game industry, and concerned parents, because they thought that it was turning their kids into murderers, the same as Mortal Kombat. People are weird. I also have Thunderhawk. Don't know why someone's put a big X in the back of there. Don't buy this! Thunderhawk is just kind of like Super Thunderblade. I've got Sylphied, which is a spaceship shooter. Quite a good spaceship shooter. Don't know if I'll be able to show you this on the back, because I'm not going to play all these games today. It's basically like a pseudo kind of 3D spaceship shooter. It's quite interesting. And we have this one, Black Hole Assault, which is kind of garbage. It's like a fighting game, but you're robots and it's crap. I'm not even going to talk about that today. We have Road Avenger. So Road Avenger's a really weird one, because it's one of these games where it's not really a game. It's actually a sort of press the button it tells you to on screen, or you will game over. And it's like a driving game. It's sort of like Dragon's Lair, if you remember that, like the arcade game Dragon's Lair, where basically you weren't controlling the character, you were just choosing a bunch of options so that your character didn't die. That's basically Road Avenger. And last but not least, we have Soulfeast, which is another shooter. But this one's quite interesting, actually. I don't know if I actually had another one of these, because it's a double pack. So it's Soulfeast, which is a shooter, and Cobra Command, which is like another helicopter game, because apparently helicopter games are all the rage. It's weird when they put two games in one, they don't give you a back to look at, which is weird. And I also have two games not for this region, or not for, the PAL region. I have two Japanese games, basically. I have Prince of Persia, which everybody knows what Prince of Persia is. Just to show you the back. Another nice thing with these games, which carried on throughout the sort of the disc-based games for like the Dreamcast and the Saturn, is they come with, when they're in their cellophane, they come with these little spine cards, as they're called, which are really nice. I just like having that in there. That's really cool. You also get cutscenes in these games, so that middle screenshot there is a cutscene. And all the cutscenes were kind of like anime based, which is really fun. So games that you wouldn't even think of as having an anime aesthetic would have like an anime cutscene half the time on the Mega CD. So yeah, really fun. And last but not least, this is Fatal Fury, I believe. Fatal Fury Special. Good fighting game. As you can see, Japanese region again. And because of that cartridge over there, it'll play just fine. I actually can't quite remember if I use a PAL console, if the Japanese games would play fine anyway. I can't remember if the region lock-in's just for the hardware. I'm not sure. I can't quite recall. But playing these games in PAL is kind of crap anyway, because they run slower. So basically, my preference is always to use an NTSC version of a Mega Drive. It's the preferable option. Even if you do have a normal Mega Drive, it's advisable that you do a mod to it so that it can play in full speed, because the PAL region was stuck in 50 Hz and the rest of the world, well, basically NTSC regions, so Japan and America got 60 Hz, which runs nicer. Anyway, I actually do have another game here, which I'm about to show you, because it's interesting and it would wrap up this video quite nicely. I might do a follow-up to this video playing a lot of the games if you wanted to see it. It's up to the people that watch the video to let me know if they want to see that kind of thing. But I'm going to show you this because this is an interesting piece of history. So, there used to be Sega magazines for these consoles, like the Mega Drive and the Mega CD. And there was one, I believe it was a magazine anyway, I'm not actually too sure. There was one that used to give out demo discs for the Mega CD. And it was called Sega Pro. So, this is a demo disc. And this is a demo disc of a game called Kyo Flying Squadron, which is like a shooter, but you're like a little, I believe you're like a little witch, or at least a little girl flying on a bird dressed as a bunny. Actually, I'm thinking of a different game where you're dressed as a witch. Anyway, this is just a demo, but it's not just a demo, because allow me to demonstrate. This is really stupid. So take that disc out, put this one in, flip the switch, and while you're doing that, I'm going to do something sneaky on my phone, because I forgot to do it, and it is... Oh! Console's making a weird noise. That was weird. Yeah, these old consoles, honestly, sometimes it's not all plain sailing, especially with these weird consoles with, like, old disk drives and stuff. That is a really concerning noise. I hope it stops. Let me see if I can just... I think it's actually just the sort of... See, the Mega CD 1 had a disc drawer that kind of came out, like a... one that was on, like, wheels. You know what I mean, like, ejectable one. There we go. Yeah, so this one is basically a flip top like some of the other consoles, you know. Oh god, this is a weird cutscene. Yeah, that has problems basically. I'm gonna need to like try and refurbish it a bit further when I have the chance, but you know, there's only so much you want to do at these consoles sometimes. I forgot how weird the intro to this is. I'm gonna let you just watch that while I do something on my phone. Let me just have a look. It was the utilization of this science which had allowed an infant nation to grow into a military giant within only 1 century. The American delegation's military entourage. I mean, this is honestly like some sort of really boring history lesson. I don't know what it's playing at. Let's just press start and see if I can help you guys out there. So this is Kyo Flying Squadron, which is a very cutesy anime-esque sort of shooter game. And I'm about to do something which is going to make me laugh. I think the demo reel's going to play, so that's fine. I can do that while I look up what I'm actually doing. Basically, I'll explain myself anyway because I'm being too elusive right now. Basically, even though this is a demo, the company that burned this onto a disc to be released as a demo for the magazines, they forgot to put a version on that wasn't the full game. So basically, this isn't a demo. This is actually the full game, Kyo Flying Squadron, which is actually a really expensive game. It does, when you play level 1, it does come up at the end saying thanks for playing, as if it is a demo. But there's something you can do that's really easy to sort of bypass the fact it's a demo of a game, which is really weird. I don't know, I just find it really fascinating that the company that did this really messed up. Okay, so you put a code in at the start of the screen, so at the start of the game press... Oh, you want to go into options, sorry. So, go into options. Actually, you go back. Sorry, I'm talking all in minutes. Yeah, my mind's still a bit mixed up due to all the anxiety and the stress of everything we're going through just now. So, again, apologies if I'm talking a load of gubbins. Right, so we put a code in at this screen. So the code is right, left, down, up, right, right. And there's wee numbers that appear at the top of the screen. And that lets us play every single level in this game, meaning that this isn't a demo. Now that cheat I just put in was intended for the proper release, but yeah, they done goofed and released something that we shouldn't have had. So this should be the 5th level I've selected, so I'm going to zoom in at the screen so you can see a bit of this game. It's a very fun game, very good shooter, costs a lot of money on eBay. I don't know what the price is just now, but the last time I looked it was over £100. Possibly £200. I can't remember. It was basically too expensive for a retro game anyway. I never like paying a lot of money for my retro games. I like to get them cheap. And in this case, I think I picked up this demo for like a tenner. So that's quite expensive for a demo, but if it's the full game, then, you know. But this, basically what I'm saying is this level shouldn't have been able to been played through the demo. This is basically the full game. This is a very hard shooter, especially when you're concentrating on what you're saying. Shoot 'em ups really do need that sort of really screwed up. Just press continue. Yeah, they really do require the screwed up sort of concentration face when you're playing them. Looks like that, if you can see me through the screen. Oh, dearie me. But yeah, the music in this game as well isn't 16-bit music, as you can probably hear. It's actually full kind of CD audio, so it's probably a MIDI audio or something. You know, the type of thing you would expect to find on like PC games. I'm doing terrible at this game, so I'm going to stop playing. Yeah. So it's CD quality audio, and then cutscenes. That's basically what the Mega CD was all about. Just before we wrap up this video, I'm going to show you sort of the true essence of the Mega CD, in the sense that I'm going to put on Road Avenger, which is this one. Only because it is one of these games that's it's not really a game, and it actually caused the system to get a lot of flack. People weren't happy at the fact that some of the games that were coming out for this system weren't really games, they were just glorified press the button when it tells you to, sort of Simon Says style. So yeah, people weren't happy about that. Let's put Road Avenger in. Let's try and not hit the tripod this time. There we go. Big chunky boy can't help but hit the tripod. It would help if I turned the console on as well. Ah, dearie me. This should wrap up the video quite nicely. Hopefully you get the gist of what the Mega CD is. Ah, there it goes again. The old girl's having a time of it today. Apparently my camera's going to run out of battery, so if it does, apologies. That'll be the end of the video, I suppose. This is a bit of a train wreck today, this video. But you know what? Take it for what it is. We'll just get a really quick shot of Road Avenger. Really quite epic, as I said before, animated sort of anime style cutscenes. Really quite fun. It reminds me of like Akira or something like that. It's really cool. I'm going to jump cut because the camera is going to run out of battery, and I would rather you guys were able to see some of this stuff, so give me a little second. Turns out the charger for my camera was just at my feet, so you've not missed much. Basically just epic anime cutscene with really weird, like, epic 80s music. So fun. Just the type of thing you need for a lockdown. Anyway, you've probably had enough of this cutscene. Let's show you what the gameplay is like. Road Blaster, it's actually called in this. Well, that'll be what the Japanese copy is called. Because again, it's kind of going by what the Japanese console tells it to do. So there's usually commands telling it to show different things for different regions. For some reason, that didn't work with the version of Streets of Rage I put on. But hey ho, start game. And hopefully this will give you a bit of a laugh. And away we go! But basically the whole game is sort of animated like this, so you're not really dealing with proper graphics. Apparently I didn't press the button in time, even though I did press right. You need to be quicker than that, apparently. As soon as it comes up, you have to press the button, which basically makes it like a memory game. I don't know if you need to... You maybe need to hold the directional buttons, not just tap them. I pressed the wrong button again and died. Yeah, basically just a big game of memorising what directions to press at what part of the sort of the video. Glorified sort of quick time event. I know that those kind of things those kind of things got don't know if I pressed the right button there. Nah, I don't know what the break button is. Anyway, that's all I'm going to play of that. Basically, it's just glorified quick time events, which got slated in later years. Oh no, my glasses! No! So yeah, that was a quick look at the Mega CD. I hope you enjoyed that. That was the choice of some of my friends, as I said, that I played D&D with. And yeah, I'll cover another console if you want. Maybe try and make it a little bit more professional than what we did today, but I'm sure you enjoy me making a total, you know, arse of myself on a video. That goes out to both my subscribers and both to the people that watch my videos that are my friends. So yeah, I just don't really care much today in terms of you know, production value of the videos, because we're just doing it for a laugh. Anyway, that was the Mega CD. Look at it in its shiny, glary glory from out the window. It's as if it's a console that's came from above. Not. Yeah, I'll catch you again for another video very soon. Goodbye.